Well, hi again, everyone. This is Tim from Cleveland Baseball Fan 879, and this is game number 146 of the 2007 Cleveland Indians Stratomatic Mostly Advanced Replay. The Indians come into the game with a 70-75 record, tied with the Minnesota Twins for first place in the American League Central. The White Sox come into the game with a 61-84 record. And today's pitching matchup is Javier Vazquez for the White Sox and Jake Westbrook for the Indians. Westbrook on the replay, 8 wins, 7 losses, 117 and two-thirds innings pitched, 54 earned runs allowed, 35 walks, 75 strikeouts, and a 4.13 ERA. And the lineup for the Indians, leading off and playing center field, Grady Sizemore, batting second and playing shortstop as Drupal Cabrera, batting third and playing first base, Ryan Garko, cleaning up the catcher, Victor Martinez, batting fifth, the right fielder, Franklin Gutierrez. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Kenny Lofton. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Casey Blake. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Trot Nixon. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Josh Barfield. And for the White Sox in the outfield from right to left, Darren Erstad in right, Scott Podsednik in center field, and Josh Fields in left. On the infield from first to third, Paul Konerko at first, Danny Ricard at second, Andy Gonzalez at third, and Juan Uribe at short. A.J. Pierzynski behind the plate, catching Javier Vazquez. All right, and we'll go ahead and get started. Grady Sizemore leading off. Sizemore, 271 average, 15 homers, 59 RBIs. And a 5-9 against a lefty swing and a miss, strike 3. And here's Asdrubal Cabrera. 250 average, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. And a 4-11 switch hitter batting left-handed. Left field chance. Ooh. Fields as a 4 makes this interesting. 4 and a 16 heads to the warning track and makes the catch running into the wall, but he hangs on for the out. 2 down. And now up is Ryan Garko. Garko on the season, 268 average, 20 homers, 58 RBIs. And a 5-6, and that's into left center field. Cutting it off is the left fielder Fields, throws it in. 1-6 would have been a triple, but that's a 12. So Garko will settle for a single. And here's Victor Martinez. Time out for just a second. All right, Victor on the season is hitting .308 with 32 homers and 107 RBIs. They will not hold on Garko at first. And that's a base hit into center field. Garko at 10, because he's not being held on with 2 outs, makes him a 12. Center fielder Podsednik is a +2 arm. Don't have the greatest arms in the outfield. So 10, 12, 14. We'll send him. Here's the throw to third. And on a 16, he is out. So 8-5 on the out. That will retire the side. Indians trying to get aggressive. May want the Cardinal sense of baseball, but it happens. Rather do it in the first inning than the later innings. All right, after half inning, it's the Indians nothing and the White Sox coming to bat. And here's Scott Podsednik to lead off. Like the 2005 White Sox World Series team. 6-7 against the lefty. That's to the second baseman. That's not in range for Barfield. Let's see, 9, no. Let's see, Barfield is an E21, 7-8 or 10-12. There's your 7. So that will retire Podsednik, 1 away. Yes, I'll just go turn on a lamp. All right, here's Josh Fields playing left field tonight. And a 1-4 ground ball back to the mound. Westbrook will retire Fields, 2 away. Here's Jim Thome, former 2-time Indian. And oh boy, Westbrook, a 2 and a 1 will not be able to handle it. It'll get by him. And Jim Thome has a 2-out hit. And here's Paul Konerko. And a 1-5, and that's into center field for a hit. And Thome will stay put. He's will he be a 1-12? No, he'll stay put. So first and second brings up the catcher, A.J. Pierzynski. And a 5-10 against the lefty is a fly ball to shallow center, racing in a Sizemore, and that will retire the side. The White Sox leave 2 with 2 hits. And we go to the top of the second. The Indians nothing and the White Sox nothing. And due up for the Indians, Gutierrez, Lofton, and Blake. Game historically, the Indians did not win, and with the lineup, you could probably see why. There's no Travis Hafner. And here's Gutierrez. Gutierrez on the season. 266 average, 18 homers, 44 RBIs. And that's into right field for a base hit. So leadoff single for Gutierrez. They will hold him on. But with a B stealer only being a 1-10, they will not, even with Pierzynski not reducing that any. And here comes Kenny Lofton. And the Indians are going to play some hit and run now. With holding on Gutierrez, that makes Lofton a hit and run. Lofton can still make pretty good contact, even though he is 40 years old at this time. And here's the pitch to Lofton. Off goes Gutierrez. And Gutierrez may have to try to steal this on his own. Yep. Misses the pitch. Gutierrez, a 1-10. And that's an 8, and he steals it anyways. First stolen base for Gutierrez of the season. I don't think he had that many to begin with. He had 8, so not running him as much as I probably should. So here's Lofton, and he will get another second chance. They will hold Gutierrez still. 6-8 against the lefty, fly ball to left, and caught by Fields, and back to second base goes Gutierrez. Here's Lofton, sorry, didn't give you his stats. With the Indians, 311, 1 homer, 12 RBIs. And here's Casey Blake coming to the plate. 250 average, 18 homers, 66 RBIs. And that's popped up the foul territory third base side. And Andy Gonzalez will make the catch 2 away. And here comes Trot Nixon, who hasn't played in a few games. Has not played since game 136, so he's getting a rare start. 296 average, 3 homers, 19 RBIs. And against the lefty, fly ball to center, and that will retire the side. The leadoff single does no damage. Indians strand a runner. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. And Westbrook will face Uribe, Erstad, and Gonzalez here in the bottom of the second. And here's the pitch to Uribe. And a 5-7 against a righty. That's into center field for a base hit. Third hit allowed for Westbrook. And they will not hold on Uribe. And Darren Erstad, they're not expecting a bunt. I'll let Erstad swing away. And he won't need to bunt. That's a base hit. The third is Uribe. And runners on the corners with nobody out. The infield will be brought in. Andy Gonzalez. And Gonzalez rips one into center field for a base hit. Scoring from third is Uribe. We were not really holding on runners, so Erstad becomes a 14. And they'll just hold everybody there. 1-0 White Sox. Here's Danny Ricard. Oops. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay. 3-4. And that's popped up the first base side foul territory. Garco retires. Ricard, 1 away. Sorry, that was Mr. Utah Mike with one of his streams that I had on. Didn't mute him. And first and second, they will hold all runners. And here is Scott Podsednik, 0 for 1. 5-11. And against the lefty, that's a base hit to center field. Erstad being held on makes him a 12. No reduction in center field for Sizemore, so 1-12. I think they will hold him. And the Indians are going to play back to try to get a double play. There's Josh Fields. 6-6, swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, back to normal for the Indians infield. Here's Jim Thome, not out of the woods yet. White Sox do lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. 3-10. And make it 2-0 as they get a run the cheapy way. As Bob Barker would sometimes say, El Cheapo, with the bases loaded walk. And it is 2-0 White Sox. Here's Paul Konerko. 5-9, and that's a fly ball to center. Sizemore will put it away to retire the side. The White Sox get 2. And after 2 complete, it's the White Sox 2 and the Indians 0. And here's Josh Barfield to lead off the top of the third. Barfield also has not played for a while. He had 4 at-bats in game 140, so it's been about a week. Barfield, 255 average, 2 homers, 28 RBIs. Oops. Here's the pitch to Barfield. 2-8. And against a righty, that's a fly ball to left. Fields puts it away, 1 away. And here's Grady Sizemore, struck out to lead off the game. And another left field X chance. 15. Won't be so lucky this time for Fields. That'll drop in for a hit. And they will hold him on, but Sizemore will not go anywhere. Here's Asdrubal Cabrera, 0 for 1 himself. .510. And against the lefty, swing. And a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for Vazquez. And here's Ryan Garco. Singled his first time up. And 212 is a ground ball to second. And Ricard throws out Garco. That will retire the side. The Indians leave a runner on a hit and do not score. And we go to the bottom of the third. White Sox 2, Indians nothing. And Pierzynski, Uribe, and Erstad due up here for the White Sox here in the bottom of the third. And here's the pitch to Pierzynski. And against a righty, line drive to first, and 1 away. Here's one, Uribe. And he singles to center field, so it's 2 for 2 for Uribe. They will not hold him on. Brings up Darren Erstad. Of course, some of you might remember him as a football player for the University of Nebraska. .55. That's a fly ball to left. Kenny Lofton snags that one. 2 down. Andy Gonzalez, RBI single his last time up. And that's a 1-5 single chance, but Barfield is there to put it away. And that retires the side. We go to the top of the fourth. White Sox 2, Indians nothing. And Martinez, Gutierrez, and Lofton due up for the Indians here in the top of the fourth. All right, here's the pitch to Victor. Singled his last time up. And he draws a walk. So first walk allowed by Vazquez. Here's Franklin Gutierrez, not holding Victor Martinez on, singled his first time up. And he draws a walk. So Vazquez being a little wild here. See if the Indians can take advantage. First and second, they will hold all runners because Westbrook is a beast. Gutierrez is a beast stealer. Kenny Lofton flew out his first time up. And a 110 line drive right to the third baseman. Getting back to their bases is Martinez and Gutierrez. 1 down. Hit it right on the screws, but right to the third baseman Gonzalez. 1 down. Here's Casey Blake. 0 for 1 himself. 2-5. And that's a ripped into center field for a base hit. Scoring from second is Martinez. Going to third is Gutierrez. And the Indians cut the deficit in half. It's now 2-1. RBI number 67 for Casey Blake. Stadium groans. Ugh. Here's Trent Nixon. They will hold all runners. Nixon flew out his first time up. 3-10. Ground ball to short. Uribe to Ricard to Konerko. Inning-ending double play. So Vazquez pitches out of trouble there. The Indians leave one, but do score a run. We go to the bottom of the fourth with the Indians trailing 2-1. And Ricard, Podsednik, and Fields, as the White Sox will get their third time to face Westbrook here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's Ricard, 0 for 1 himself. And a 1-6 ground ball to third. Casey Blake will retire Ricard. One away. Here's Scott Podsednik, third time up. 1 for 2 with a single. 4-10. And against the lefty, ground ball to second. Barfield will throw out Podsednik, 2 away. And here's Josh Fields, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And Fields will get that one past the second baseman. And that will be a base hit, as the current Cleveland Indians have just finished off the Philadelphia Phillies, a 1-0 victory on this 22nd day of July, 2023. All right, here's Jim Thome. $3.9, and look at that. One of the few columns where few numbers that he doesn't get a walk on. He'll ground it to second. Barfield to Cabrera to Garco. Inning-ending double play. So playing anything you can do, I can do just as well. And we go to the top of the fifth. Both pitchers have point of weakness of 6. We'll see if both make it there. For the Indians in the 5th inning, it's Barfield, Sizemore, and Cabrera, as they now go through the third time through the order. Here's Barfield, 0 for 1. 2-9, and that's a ground ball to second. And Ricard throws out Barfield, 1 down. Here's Grady Sizemore. Singled his last time up. And it's popped into foul territory. The first baseman, Konerko, calls for it and makes the catch, 2 away. Here's Asdrubal Cabrera. And 5-8 against the lefty. Swing and a miss. Straight 3. Second time he's been down on strikes. And that will retire the Indians here in the 5th. Oops. Go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-1 White Sox. And Westbrook will face Konerko, Przynski, and Uribe. And 2-7. Found a hole there. Ground ball to second. And Barfield throws out Konerko, 1 down. A.J. Przynski due up 0 for 2 himself. And a 5-9 against the lefty. Fly ball to center. Sizemore will retire. Przynski, 2 away. 1 Uribe, 2 for 2 on the day. 5-5, fly ball to right, and 1-2-3 inning for Westbrook. Not had many of those. Thinking like he may want to come out for the 6th inning. All right, point of weakness for both pitchers. As we go to the top of the 6th with the Indians trailing 2-1. Garco, Martinez, and Gutierrez. Here's Garco. 5-8, and against the righty, fly ball to center. Podsudnik puts that one away, 1 away. And here's Victor Martinez. For 4, catcher X16 should be in range for Pierzynski. He's a 3. We'll not worry about the pass ball part. That's popped up into fair territory, and Pierzynski throws off the mask and makes the catch. 2 down. There's Franklin Gutierrez, singled and walked in 2 appearances. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 1-2-3 inning for the Indians here in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Indians trail 2-1. And bottom third of the order for the White Sox here in the bottom of the 6th. Erstad, Gonzalez, and Ricard. And a shortstop X that will not be in range for Johnny Peralta on the 11. Oh, sorry, not in range for Asdrubal Cabrera. My bad. Ooh, E26. He's worse in the air rating than Peralta is. 7 or 9 through 12 is what it will take for Cabrera to make the play. No, the 8's right in the middle. He won't get it. Bobbles it, and reaching on the air is Erstad. He will be held on. There's Andy Gonzalez, 1 for 2 on the day. For 6, he draws a walk, and the Indians will get bullpen action going here. Let's see, we have the lefty Ricard, then we have Podsudnik and Tomey. Aaron Foltz will be loosening in the pen. Nobody out first and second, and they are not expecting a bunt from Ricard. Makes him a C bunter. He's going to lay one down just as a C bunter. Ooh, C and a 9. Batter is safe. Lead runner is thrown out by the catcher. So pounces on it, throws to third. They'll get Erstad. Called 2-5 on the putout. So reaching second on the fielder's choice is Gonzalez. And here's Scott Podsudnik, and they are going to go to the bullpen. So Jake Westbrook goes 5 1/3 innings and is responsible for the runners on. And here comes Aaron Foltz. I'll give you Foltz's stats here in just a second. All right, Foltz on the year. 35 innings pitched, 1 win, 1 loss, 14 earned runs allowed, 11 walks, 28 strikeouts, and a 3.60 ERA. He will face Podsudnik. .66. And that is over the head of the right fielder, Gutierrez. In to score from second is Gonzalez. Ricard hits third. Not holding him on makes him a 14. That's the right field. Gutierrez reduces that by 1 with his arm. Let's see, 1 to 14, 1 to 13. They will send him 1 to 13. Ricard is safe, and he is out. So a little greedy there from the third base coach, but 9 to 2 on the putout. So a runner thrown out at third and a runner thrown out at home. 2 down. Runner on second for Josh Fields. And that won't matter because that's over the head of Sizemore. Scoring from second is Podsudnik. And it is now a 4-1 game as he does not have it. Let's see here. Rafael Betancourt is loosening in the pen as this will be Fultz's last batter, as he will either be tired or he will get out of the inning. 2 outs for Jim Thome. 2 in the inning. 3-7. Yep. No, against the lefty, that's a swing and a miss. Straight 3. So Fultz gets out of it. But the White Sox do get 2 and lead 4-1 going into the top of the 7th. Vazquez will stay in the game and face Lofton, Blake, and Nixon. He will most likely be on the short leash. Let's see. You got Mike Myers and Mike McDougall loosening in the pen for the White Sox. Okay, yeah, McDougall can pitch this game. He pitched the previous game, but not the game before. So, all right, so there's Vazquez. He has retired the last 7 batters, so we shall see. Here's Lofton. And a 1-9, that's a ground ball back to the box. 1 down. Here's Casey Blake. And a 6-10, that's a third base chance for Gonzalez. You better hope that's in, maybe it's not better that's in range. Well, it's out of range, so Gonzalez has a very minute chance of getting this. He will need a 2 on the red dice and a 5 or a 6 on the blue dice. Yep. So Blake reaches on the error. That brings up Trot Nixon 0 for 2 himself. And 5-9 against the lefty. He is not tired, so that strikeout is good. 2 down. And here's Josh Barfield. 1-10. Another ground ball back to the mound. So Vazquez is dealing, facing 27 batters through 7 innings. Stretch time here in Chicago. Senior, take me out to the ball games. As Aaron Fultz will be pulled for Rafael Betancourt. Righty-lefty righty matchup. In the he'll face Konerko, Pierzynski, and Uribe. And let's get you Mr. Betancourt's stats. Raphael on the season. 73 in a third innings pitched, 3 wins, 6 losses, 18 earned runs allowed, 6 walks, 66 strikeouts, 3 saves, and a 2.21 ERA. Bases empty. 2 outs. There's Paul Konerko. Konerko 1 for 3 with a single. 9, fly ball to center. Grady Sizemore there, 1 down. And here's AJ Pierzynski. 2-7. And a fly ball to center. Once again, Sizemore is there. Here is Juan Uribe. 6-11, right field chance. 11 will not be in range for Gutierrez, but he is an E2, so he will need a 4-10 or a 12. 7 will do the job, and 1, 2, 3 inning for the White Sox here in the 7th. Will go to the 8th. And they'll let Vazquez pitch the top of the 8th. He might be on a very short leash. Once again, Myers and McDougal loosening. Actually, they're going to replace Mike Myers. They're going to have Matt Thornton loosen up in the pen. All right. 1 for 3 for Grady Sizemore tonight with a single. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Here's Asdrubal Cabrera. 3-6. He draws a walk. And they will not waste any time going to the bullpen. I'll bring in Matt Thornton. So Vazquez pitches 7 1/3 innings. He's responsible for the runner on first base. And here is Matt Thornton. And 1-4, he finds the hole there. Fly ball to right. And Erstad will put it away, 2 down. And Victor Martinez. 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. 5-8. Switch hitter betting right-handed. That's an 11. And that's a fly ball and misplayed in center field by Podsednik. Rounding third and heading home is Cabrera. Into third with a triple is Victor Martinez. He did not, actually, that's a kind of a rarity because he did not have a triple on the season, but we'll let it stand. And that is RBI number 108 for Victor Martinez. 4-2 game. And here's Kenny it should be Franklin Gutierrez. Wait a minute. Whoops. Yeah, well, okay. Franklin Gutierrez now up. Yeah. And here's a pitch to Gutierrez. 1-4. That was a 3. Against the lefty, that's a base hit. Scoring from third is Martinez, and it is now a 4-3 game. RBI number 45 for Franklin. And we might have, they give a call to Mike Myers for the left. Actually, no, you got a lefty already out there. So Kenny Lofton with a runner on first. They will hold Gutierrez on. Six, 7 against the lefty. Second base X. And Ricard as a 3 and a 7 knocks it down, throws to first, and that will retire the side. The Indians get 2 and make it a 4-3 game. And we'll see who the, let's see, Erstad, well, they might get a pinch hitter for, so lefty, righty, lefty. Rafael Perez will, Rafael Perez will come into the game. And Rafael left, as some people called him. 0-1 record, 52 and a third innings pitched, 19 earned runs allowed, 10 walks, 53 strikeouts, and a 3.27 ERA. 161 innings on the season, so we are still good there, with now coming up on just about a little over 2.5 weeks left in the season. Although I will probably not be done in 2.5 weeks, but it'd be nice if I could. All right, so base is empty. Perez pitch the bottom of the 8th. Bobby Jenks loosening in the pen. He will come out if it's a save situation. 5-3 pitcher X. Oh boy. Not in range for Perez. He is an E48. And he will need a miracle to make this play. Nope. Those were double ones. It still wouldn't have mattered. So Perez bobbles it, and that is the second error of the game for the Indians, and Erstad has been the quote-unquote beneficiary of both. All right, here's Andy Gonzalez. And actually, they will pinch hit for Mr. Gonzalez. And let's time out for just a second. Okay, so Luis Torrero will pinch hit for Andy Gonzalez, although he did reach base twice today. And then in the top of the 9th, Josh Fields will move from left to third, and Torrero will play left field. So here's Torrero to face Perez. 4-5, swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out. And here's Danny Ricard. And still holding on Erstad. 2-9, swing and a miss. 2 down. And here's Scott Podsednik. 2 for 4 with a single and a double. For 10. And for any shortstop, that will be a good play. And that will retire the side. Here comes Bobby Jenks to try to win this one for the White Sox. Okay. Bobby Jenks on the real season, 3-5, 3 wins, 5 losses, 40 saves and a 2.77 ERA. He was an all-star. Okay, so Thornton. And we'll get Blake, and then Travis Hafner will grab a bat, pinch hit for Nixon, and we're going to get another pinch hitter. Johnny Peralta, will pinch hit for Barfield. So some changes coming to the lineup. And here's Casey Blake, 1 for 3, single and reached on an error. 6-8, ground ball to third. And that retires Blake. And Trot Nixon will be called back. Here's Travis Hafner. And Travis Hafner on the season. .241 average, 29 homers, 86 RBIs. Okay, and here's the pitch to Hafner. 4-10 fly ball to right. And Erstad puts that one away. 2 down. And Johnny Peralta will pinch hit for Barfield. If this game continues, Peralta will go in at short, and Cabrera will move to second. And Peralta on the season, .244 average, 22 homers, 70 RBIs. And here's a pitch to Peralta. 6-5, ground ball to short. Uribe throws out Peralta, and that's your ball game. Final score from Chicago. The Indians lose this one 4-3, a game they actually lost in real life. So they will fall to 70-76, and the White Sox will improve to 62-84, and we'll be right back with the line score. All right, final line score: 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the White Sox, 3 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Indians. Jake Westbrook is your losing pitcher. Javier Vazquez gets the win, and Bobby Jenks gets the save. All right, I'll go ahead and clear up for hyperfast scoring. Be right back. Actually, we're going to do 2 days worth of hyperfast scoring because the Indians have a day off on September 13th. So we'll roll for 2 days here. So I'll be right back right after this. All right, I'll just run through the games in order. The Twins are facing the Royals. The Royals, with a 6-4-1, can keep the division race tied. And they will. So no harm, no foul there. Both Indians and Twins lose. And they both fall to 70-76. All right, in the American League East, you've got a 5-game lead for the Red Sox over both the Yankees and the Blue Jays. The Red Sox 88-58. The Blue Jays and Yankees both 82-62. So we'll start with the Boston Red Sox. They're facing the Tampa Bay Rays. 5-1-3 or less. They will get the win. Oof, 2-3-5, so they will get the win to hold serve. The Blue Jays need a 4-4-6 or less to take the wild card lead. No, 5-4-6. So the Yankees now take the wild card lead and move into second place in the American League East. In the American League West, the A's have a 76-70 record, leading the 72-71 Seattle Mariners. The Mariners with a 5.52 can cut that deficit. 5.52 or less. No, 6.65. So I think that's a sweep for the Oakland A's. All right, and then we'll go to the National League East, where the Atlanta Braves are facing the New York Mets. The Mets lead the division by 9.5 games over the 75-70 Braves. I'll go ahead and give you the rest of the crew here. The Phillies are 71-73. The Marlins are 71-74. The Brewers are 72-72. The Reds are a half game back at 74-70. And then the Giants are at 73-72. And the Rockies, actually the Padres are at 73-70. The Rockies are at 72-72. So take for that for what you will. All right, so we'll go with, starting at the top here, we'll go with Milwaukee and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh needs a 4-1-1 to win, or less. And they do, 3-2-6. St. Louis facing Cincinnati. Cincinnati, 5-4-6 or less. And no, they lose as well. Oh, and now since we're here, the Cubs have a magic number of 6. With the Reds losing, that makes it now 5. If they can get a 4-2-5 or higher, it will be 4. No, 1-1-4. So the magic number for the Cubs will be 5. They should be easily the first ones to clinch. The Mets, we'll go to LA here. San Diego needs a 5-4-4 or higher to get closer to the wild card. And not with a 2-3-6. The Mets, 6-2-4 or less will reduce their magic number. No, 6-6-4. So the Braves take that one and expand the lead in the wild card. Philadelphia needs a triple snake eyes so that 1 in 216 chance. 1-2-2, they almost did it. So the Rockies will get the win. And the Giants are a 1-4-4 or less against the Diamondbacks. No, 6-1-4. All right, so we'll go to Thursday's action. Cincinnati facing the hosting the St. Louis Cardinals. Cincinnati 6-3-4 or less. And they get it with a 5-6-6. Remember, we're reading red, blue, and then green. The 8-day game. So they will not reduce the magic number, which was 5. So Houston 2-6-4 or less can keep that magic number at 5. No, so the magic number is now 4 for the Cubs. Dodgers are a 6-3-1 or less to win. 2-6-6, so they will do the job there. Oakland will face the Texas Rangers. Oakland needs a 4-4-3 or less. 3, 4, 5, so they will win. And the Phillies hosting the Rockies. Phillies need a 6-3-4 or less to win. And they will, 4-1-2. Tampa Bay and Seattle. Seattle needs a 4-5-1 or less. 2-1-3, so they will win. And the final game of the series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Yankees. Yankees are 1 game up in the wild card. They will need a 2-3-1 or more to make that a 2-game lead in the wild card. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Oh, it's a 6, so 6-5-5. And they get the win. All right, so the next game on the schedule for the Indians is the Friday the 14th. They will host the Kansas City Royals. I don't know the pitching. Hold on, I'll get you the pitching matchup. Brian Bannister will go for the Royals. CC Sabathia will go for the Indians. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Leave a comment if you could. And please subscribe if you have not. And if you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. You'll be notified of any new videos. And whatever games you are playing, please enjoy them to your fullest. Have a good night, everybody.